Hey there, Archie and I, my little dog who needs a bath, and a haircut, but he's still cute. Um, we want to tell you that there's a difference between narcissism and self-love. Narcissism is a shame-based, trauma-inflicted thing, typically. I think there are different thoughts on this, actually. Sometimes people think it's, hereditary. I personally think it's created from trauma, and trauma is different for everyone. Like something that may have traumatized me might not have traumatized you as a child. So everyone has their own, limit where they can handle the level of trauma. So it's really most beneficial to help, you know, understand that other people aren't going to have the same internalized experience of trauma as you might. And that's okay. Not everybody has the same boundaries or standards either. One thing that I can't handle, you might be able to handle just fine in your relationship. But for me, it would be like a sign of disrespect or abuse. Okay. So it's the same thing with narcissism. Like if a child was very sensitive and was traumatized, shamed, made to feel that they were just abhorrent, they were just not good enough, they felt that way regardless of what their parents were actually saying to them or doing. Shame comes in to protect you. It's a protector when you're a child, actually. And so it will bind with the belief of I am unworthy, and it will freeze it down and tamp it down and kind of keep you in hiding so that you won't shine, you won't fight, because if you fight you might get killed. Like your parents could kill you. Like you don't know as a child that that wouldn't happen, especially if you're in an abusive relationship with your parents. And so when you narcissistic people, sociopaths, psychopaths at one end of the spectrum, and then we have healthy narcissists, which is more like self-love at the other, and all of us are kind of floating around somewhere in the middle, being more narcissistic at certain times and less at other times. But if you're not diagnosably sociopathic, narcissistic, or psychopathic, you have a likelier chance of being able to heal that, because most of us who were given shame and trauma and we're led to believe that we are unworthy or we're not good enough, or I am something, that's a label that freezes. If we're not narcissistic, we can look at that. If we want to, we can look at the shame or the remorse for hurting ourselves or others. We can take accountability, apologize, we can forgive ourselves and understand that we did things at a time when we didn't know better. And then we can go forward knowing that we won't do that again, or we'll work really hard and be really aware to not do those same mistakes again. Okay. Shame says, I am bad. Mistakes are, I did a bad thing or I did something wrong, but I'm not wrong inherently. A narcissist believes, believe it or not, that they are inherently wrong. And even though they present overtly as grandiose and they think they're the best, that's coming from a wound of insecurity and I'm not good enough. And so, but since they won't look at, or they can't really look at the shame and the things they've done to hurt people, because then it would create more shame and they can't handle that, they're less likely to heal. It doesn't mean that I think that they can't heal, because I'm one of the people that believes everyone can heal. But I do know it's harder for people who have that much shame frozen inside of them to really even want to look at it. Because shame is hard to look at. It's very hard to look at. But in order to untether from the belief of I am unworthy, which does you no good, you kind of got to look at the shame, feel the shame, be with the shame. Get help if you need help with this, by the way. You don't have to do it on your own if you want to. And then be willing to forgive yourself and move forward. So, little kids who are toddlers are the best example to me, and probably dogs, of beings that love themselves. Children know how to auto regulate their nervous system automatically because before they're traumatized, they can do that. And they know how to feed themselves. They know how to ask for food when they're hungry and stop when they're full. You'll never see a kid, a little tiny toddler, I'm talking 2 or 3 years old. You're never going to see that kid like really overeating unless something's wrong medically or there has been trauma already. But typically kids will push food away. They are like, I'm full, I'm done. And they will cry and laugh and scream and shout if they feel like it, just because they are flowing. They're like, "Oh, I'm hurt. I'm gonna cry. Oh, I'm I'm laughing so hard. I'm sad. I'm screaming for no reason or for whatever reason." And then they flow through it. And then like 5 seconds later, they're on to the next thing, and they don't hold a grudge. They're not taking it personally. They're just like, bump my knee. I scream my head off, and now I'm fine. Mom gave me a kiss, and I'm good. So that's how we like do life. We're present. We go through the emotions. We don't hold on to like old stuff from people. We got to work through that, and there I'll do other videos on that. But narcissists, you're not going to become narcissistic if you love yourself. Okay, so I don't know if you can see the difference here. Narcissists aren't willing to look at the shame and heal it. They really, they almost can't. And people who are healthier can look at the things they've done wrong, assess it, evaluate it, forgive it, work hard at not doing it, take accountability. That's still big. So that's the difference. So if you have any questions, let me know, because I really like to help people understand that no, loving yourself isn't going to turn you into a narcissist. So please understand that people who are healthy and love themselves are confident, but confident is a neutral feeling. Arrogance is the when you're going above that. You're into like showing off, exploiting people, trying to get attention because you need to be the center of attention. They suck the energy out of the room. They take they energy vamp people, vampire people. So that's different than somebody who loves himself. Somebody who loves himself doesn't try to do anything. There's no malicious intent. They're just living their life. Sure, they might hurt you. Like if I love myself and I can't be in this relationship with you because it's not working for me, because it's hurting me or something, or it's not working for me in some way, I may end the relationship and that will hurt you. My intention isn't to hurt you though. My intention is to just do what I need to do to find my own way and be on my own journey and find my own happiness or peace or whatever I'm doing. And if it hurts you, I will apologize because it's not my intention to hurt you, but I'm not doing it as from a space of I want to break your heart and be maliciously like laughing at you that I'm like, ha ha, ha, I'm hurting you so badly. I love this. Ha, this is great. That's not self-love. That's not like that's a person who's just cruel, right? Like they just want to hurt you. So anyway, I hope that helps. And let me know if you have questions. Okay, bye.